Okay, this definitely falls into the category of things that you think about too much when you're about to have a milestone birthday, but here's my thought for today. If you belong to a scene of music, the way that I talk about it all the time, the truth of who my friends are and who they have been over the last decade, if you can go out in a community and you can spend your time with other people who make music, if you can call up friends and you can just try a project with them. They'll get together in some rehearsal room. You can run through stuff. If you can round up friends to play a gig with you, if you can go to a gig and see your friends, if you can go to a gig and know that your friends will be in the audience, like I did at the Tangent Cafe for so many years, and that's why I think of that place so fondly. If you can do this kind of stuff, if you're one person in a community like that, if you're in a scene, if you're participating, you have it all. You have something that you're going to look back on when you're whatever age and be like, man, I had that. And people who don't have that, they want that. They look for that. They wish they had it if they find themselves reflecting. They wish they did more with it. I don't think people ever look back and say, man, I spent too much time in that scene. I wish I spent less. Nobody's ever going to say that. If you are a member of a scene, you have it all. We do, and we can't take it for granted. And when I read stuff like Reddit threads of various music making varieties of like, oh, I'm starting out with 0 followers and what do I do? How do I start to get my name out there? How do I network? Or how do I get some traction for my music? Or how do I find people to play with? The scene is a provider of answers to all those questions in a way that you don't even really have to think about. And it's like, how do you join the scene in the first place? Well, that's hard. I mean, I joined it through university and pre-university too, so it goes back a long time for me, but I identified a group of people and I started spending time with them. And I've done that a few times, really, but mostly in the Canadian jazz scene, I guess. And I've gone through a couple different evolutions of what it meant for me to join that scene. So joining a scene is hard, but man, those of us who are in a scene, we have it all. That's all I'm thinking about today.